All right, good morning, everybody, and welcome to our Average Joe Trading Morning Show where you get to see me build my watch list and I give you a little message that should help you get through the day. But this morning, just kind of summing up what we talked about for the last 3 mornings, we talked about work, and this kind of puts it all into perspective. Everybody has a vision or picture of that life. But you can't have that life until you put in that work. And that work is what we talked about the last 3 mornings. Working on your work. Make sure you're perfecting it. Make sure you do work while you're actually working. That you're giving it that 110, 120% focus while you do have that time that you have. And also continuing to work while you wait for that success to happen. Because it can happen and you not be ready for it. You can have that opportunity, but you may not be ready for it if you don't continue working. So it all leads up to you can't have that life until you put in that work. Now I know that life for me may be different than that life for you. It 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 just is. Some people want different things out of life, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you want as long as you put in the right work. You can achieve it. Nothing is impossible unless you make it impossible. You're the only one that can make something impossible for you. So the next time you talk to a successful trader, or the next time you get in a mentor session, don't ask how much money they make. Don't ask what kind of house they live in, whether they live in a gated community, what kind of car they drive, where do they vacation. None of that stuff matters. What matters and what you should be asking them is, what do you do on Monday? What do you do on Tuesday? What do you do when you have to grind? When things don't work out? That's what you need to know. You need to know what they do that makes them successful. How how does their work look? And you want to take what their work looks like and implement it into you so that you can work your way to success and work your way to having that life. Because it's all about the W, the O, the R, the K. It's all about the work you do. It's all about the work that you put in. I don't care what you do in life. It doesn't matter what you do. What matters is the work that you put in. And whether the work that you put in makes sense. And whether it's focused. So that's what I want you guys to think about going forward, and what I want you to take from the last 3 mornings that we talked about. Now I want to share a quick story with you before we move on. Okay, this guy, Jordan Anderson, he's a hometown kid. He grew up about less than 10 minutes from where I live. Went to the same high school I went to, but he has a dream. He is, if not the hardest, he is one of the hardest working aspiring racers in NASCAR. He worked his way up. He started racing when he was 8, and he worked his way up. And his family, they sacrificed a lot to help him get to where he is. But this kid works day and night. I mean, he's working. And he's on social media, but he has to work social media. And there are times at night when I'm still up and he's still up. He's still working. He's trying to network. He's trying to make connections. And we are, as fans, This year he's had a tough time. The team that he drove for last year kind of folded. He had one truck, and somebody wrecked him this weekend in Atlanta, totaled the truck. Now we're trying to rally around him to help get him another truck so he can make it to the next race. The reason why everybody rallies around him, why people love him so much, is his work ethic. We had one fan sponsored race last year, and he took the time to write everybody's hand write everybody's name on the truck that helped him out. Now, yeah, he could have gone on the computer and typed everybody's name and made this pretty stencil and stick on his truck, but he took the time and hand wrote everybody's name. And that's the kind of work ethic that I'm talking about. He is where he is. He's achieved one of his goals. He's made it, and he's racing in NASCAR. But he's looking for more. He's looking for that life. And he's putting in the work, and things are working for him. Yeah, we're going to have bumps in the road. We're going to have challenges. But these challenges that's going to be what's going to make us stronger. What's going to get us better. And we have these in trading all the time. All the time. And these challenges, these things are going to make us better. I look at my day yesterday. Part of the reason why you're in chat and the reason why you're learning from me is not about the win all the time, because you're not going to win all the time. You have to learn how to lose. And I got stopped out 2 times yesterday, twice in the morning. The price action just wasn't there. I gave it a shot. I stuck to my stops. And I was down 100, I think after commissions, 130 bucks. And that's part of the deal. So you're going to see me, learn how to lose. But did I quit? Did I give up? No. I was smart enough to realize that, hey, the market's not conducive to what I do. I need to shut it down, and I'm going to sit here and study the market. You saw me calling out setups, talking through things. That's what I do. And so the next time, maybe I'll know when to wait and what setups to take, when the market is the way it is. So always remember, you can't have that life until you put in that work. It's just that simple. All right, so let's look and see what the market has in store for us today. DKS, I believe that was dealing with earnings. Slightly less than 100 million share float, but that's fine. Good ATR. The volume yesterday was twice its average daily volume, so that was good. The last analyst activity that's posted here was a downgrade, February 21st. Yep, falls after earnings as company gives soft Q1 guidance. So it's got weak guidance. Even though it beat the fourth quarter forecast, its outlook for the first quarter is not very good. So the market has interpreted that as being slightly negative. So we're going to look at that. Write that one down. We're going to take a look at this one a little bit. I was watching it pre-market. It was pretty choppy. So it wasn't really a good pre-market trade here. Let's see, FRC. This one just popped up. So let me see what's up with it. Not so much good chart here. ATR slightly below average on volume, pretty much the same. Let's see. Common stock offering. Okay. Not interested in that. Alright, Momo. This was a good pre-market setup, but that never really pulled back to give us a good entry. It just kept running up. So see, we got a double top here. And we've gapped over this double top. So that's pretty good. That's pretty strong. Yeah, we had a decent spike in volume yesterday. Ugh, very small float. I don't know if I want to touch this. We got an 8 million share float. The short float's 45.51%. This would give me some concern. I'm not too sure I want to touch Momo. Even though it looked good this morning, the price action looked good on the chart. Let's see. Dish. And this had the average daily volume 2.1 million. This had less than half its average daily volume yesterday, which is not good. So they're going to be added to the S&P 500. That's why it's up. It's probably not tradable right now. I would assume this chart's going to be flatlining right now, but we'll take a look at it and see. I haven't looked at it yet. Let's see. NMBL. I think this one might not. This might not make the cut either. No, it's got very weak ATR. So it just doesn't move that much. Yeah, it's a buyout, so not interested in that. Let's buzz this over here and see if there's anything. Nope. 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 Momo. See, I don't understand. This has a 113 million share float. But on FinViz it said 8. That doesn't make sense. Or am I looking at it wrong? 8 million. And over here it says 113 million. Because it's not trading like a low float stock. So that's what was puzzling. The price action was actually very good. Actually, right now it's pulling back the VWAP. So we'll take a look at that here in a second. See, TGTX, that's on the fence. That'll be good for a secondary move. Snap, still no shares to short, so not interested in it unless we get a long trade to the long side. I think we still may get some sell-off today. All right, let's take a look at some charts here. See the first one. Yeah, DKS is just choppy. This is real choppy price action. I want to take a look at Momo first. Yeah, see, it pulled back. This was a pullback I was looking for a little bit earlier. A nice solid pullback and possibly a hole and bounce for another run up. I'm not sure how far we're going to pull back here. This may be a little bit too late for a pre-market trade. I will keep my eye on it. I keep a chart up so I can keep an eye on it. And I'll let you know if I take a stab at it. But let's look at the daily chart first. See what that looks like. All right. So that'll be my floor there. Don't need to mark any price action below this level. Alright, so we've gapped up to 52-week high. That's pretty good. Pretty good. So this is my 10-year chart. Yeah. So this is pretty neat. And Momo is going to be my first look. And if we've got that many people short, I think we will, this might be pretty good here. Alright, so let's look at, see what's the next one. Said no DKS. I mean, I didn't say no DKS. DKS we'll take a look at. I just don't like the way it's trading right now. That's not to say we won't get any volume and, we start kicking that pig. So we're around 50.75, so we've got a little gap down here. Let's see. Got this. Move back over here. All right, let's see what we got. Yeah, nice windows. Nice window here. So if we get some volume and this thing kind of settles in, I think we'll be fine. We should be pretty good on this. Mitch, it may mean that we get a squeeze. If you got a whole bunch of people short, um, you look for a squeeze. I made a lot of money back in 2015 with short squeezes. I haven't been able to do that lately. I haven't seen it. That was just a period of time in the market where short squeezes were, you have one or two every day. But you get in and you hang on for dear life. All right, DKS. So far DKS and Momo. Let's take a look at this. Dish, I would think, is flatlining here. Yep, that's what it's doing. I'm not really interested in Dish. Alright, so far, looking at DKS and Momo. Nothing else has really hit. Yep, so I think that's going to be it for this morning. What I'm going to be watching this morning. DKS and Momo. Those are the two. Francis, yeah, look at the catalyst and look at the chart. I mean, it's flatlining, it's trading sideways. You know, there's no range here. Now, if this thing opens up and we start to get some momentum in it and it starts to make some moves, then it may be a secondary move. But this is not conducive to an opening range breakout setup. So that's why it's not going to be on my watch. FRC is not. Let's see, FRC, look at it. Here's the catalyst on FRC. Common stock offering. And I don't really like to trade those day trading. I mean, I'll swing trade those when I have time to go through and do some research, but I don't really like day trading them. So out of my scans, DKS and Momo are the ones that make the cut. Momo is still sitting. It's just sitting on VWAP now. It hasn't pushed off. So it's just sitting there. It's been sitting there for the last 15 minutes. The 9 moving average is still coming in, putting some downward pressure on it. I'm thinking there's still, I don't know. Somebody said the conference call was in Chinese or something, so I didn't try to listen in on this one. So I don't know if it's still going or not. But here we're holding VWAP and we're starting to get some push, but we just don't have the players, to drive it right now. And this, again, level 2 is not right on Thinkorswim. Alright, had to reset it. Yeah, so that's right. You've only got a 2-cent spread on this, but look at the there's nobody in it right now. You've got some algos working, but that's about it. Yeah, since we're above the 52-week high, and once we get up there, I will be looking for whole and half dollar marks for my whole and half dollar marks for my targets and areas to base the trade off of. But see, it's slowed down now, so at this point, I'm probably gonna just wait until open. I'm not gonna risk it right now. All right, guys, so that does it for me for my watch list this morning. DKS and MOMO are gonna be my watches out of the gate for my opening range trades, and then obviously after that, I'll be watching the scans to see if we get any secondary moves on some some momentum stocks. I'll be looking at that. Oh, thank you, Daniel. I completely spaced that. You said I've got a move. Oh, you know why? I don't have the moving averages on here. I took them off because I was going over something with somebody and I forgot to load my study set. So thank you for reminding me. Let's see, the 20-day is pretty far away. Pretty far away. But I'll mark it anyway. 25.87. I doubt if we'll pull back to this. Doubt if we will pull back to this, but we're gonna mark it anyway. And let's see, DKS. Oh, you said DKS. I'm on the wrong stock. That's why. Wrong stock today. All right, let's see. What's the deal on it? Okay, we're around 50.25. So we do have two moving averages here. Come down. Okay, so we need 50.81. So we've got the 20 in play here. And I've got the 50-day here at 52.07. $52.07. Alright, then we've got the 100 at 53.13. So we'll do the 100-day. Alright. So now let's see how that looks on the 5-minute here. Alright, there we go. Alright, appreciate that, Daniel. I completely forgot to put my study set on my daily chart. And they do come into play today. Alright, so that's it. DKS and Momo are the two watches for me. Alright, so I appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Remember, tomorrow is Sneak Peek Wednesday. You'll get to hang out a little bit past our watch list, our morning show. You'll get to spend the first hour or so in chat with us to get a good idea of what you will see in chat and what goes on. So don't miss that. We'll be back at it at 8:30 tomorrow morning again. Just go to AverageJoeTrader.com and you'll see the little window there. As soon as we pop live, you can expand it and just hang out with us for the first part of the day. All right, so have a good day. Remember to trade for skill. We're developing skill here. So trade for skill, not for the money. Because if you trade for skill, the money will be there at the end of the day. All right, so have a good one, and we will see you tomorrow morning.